Welcome to episode 70 of the Mile
70.
70 of the Mile
70.
20 of the Mile 20 podcast where epic shit happens. My name is Lori and I'm here with my bestie.
Laura, the big mouth. Sorry, dude.
And we are here today. We are going to be interviewing Kayla and Emma, who are two passionate runners that run marathons. They've kind of been all over the globe running
They're
marathons.
our running buddies. They're our running buddies.
Yeah, we've met with them. We did back episode 44, I believe. We interviewed them for the first time after they dressed up as founding fathers at the Philadelphia Marathon. And this past weekend, they dressed up at grandma's for the Grandma Marathon. So it's going to be fun to catch up with them later.
It definitely will be. So what have you been up to the past couple of days?
Let's see. Over the weekend, I think Dave and I were kind of like lazing around on Friday afternoon, like after work and stuff. And he was like, huh, Mumford and Sons is in Hershey tomorrow. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, holy shit, I can get us 2 tickets for $100 total, like $50 per seat. And I was like, do it. So we got tickets and we went to Mumford and Son, and Lord Huron opened up with them at Hershey Park at Hershey Stadium. And, you know, they're awesome. Awesome in concert, just as good as when we saw them at the, God, it was Wells Fargo Center back at
The
that
Xfinity,
point.
the Xfinity Mobile Center.
Yes, the Xfinity Mobile Center. So that was fun. And then, of course, Sunday was Father's Day. So, you know, the kids and plus ones were all together, and we did a nice little kind of lunch with Dave at a Mexican place. And then we went to my parents' house, and like the whole family was together. So we had a really kind of great weekend. It's kind of been a weird, funky week for us. We've kind of had some family stuff going on that's not great. But I don't want to really, it's not my place to divulge that here. So, but it's been not great week as far as that goes. But I've been trying to get up to Cranberry Lake since Monday, but it just wasn't great timing because of all the weird stuff going on. So I'm here now. We just got in today. Me and Ella will be doing the Lake Placid Horse Show this weekend, and I'm so excited for Friday night because we're going to see Olicon, the Great Divide Tour.
So one, I thought it was awesome that like all of a sudden, like you're texting me over the weekend and you're like, I'm at Mumford and Sons. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Cause I loved that concert, like seeing them in concert. It's just like when we went with you and Dave, that was the second time I'd seen them in concert, and they're just phenomenal. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're
phenomenal.
So good.
Just, yeah. So that was awesome. But like, all right, so we're recording this on a Wednesday. We're seeing Noah Khan on Friday in Philadelphia. So you're just going to book it back on Friday.
Yes, on Friday
morning.
Coming in
hot. You're going to come in hot.
Coming in hot.
You need to talk to the vodka gods. We don't use the R word, meaning rain. But like you need to talk to somebody about like the weather.
It's going to be fucking spectacular because I'm tailgating. We're tailgating. I'm tailgating. I don't know who's tailgating with me. I might be there by myself, but I'm tailgating. I'm hoping to be down in the stadiums area by like 1, 2 o'clock is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
If I leave here at like 6, I think I can make it. But I want to stop by the house and like pick up the big, speaker thing and all that too.
Oh,
but
good.
Anyway,
Oh, good. No, good.
I refuse to let vodka ruin. Well, I expect vodka to enhance my experience, the real vodka, but not the stuff that falls from the sky. Weird.
Yes,
I do not accept that.
Yes, no, I do not accept it right now either.
Yeah. So how about you? What you got going on?
Oh my gosh. Well, as you know, Jim and I went to Kansas City, Missouri, this past weekend, and listeners are probably like, Kansas City. So
great town.
Yeah. I have Jim and I both have a female classmate from West Point. Her name is Teresa, and her husband Craig own a restaurant called Table Ocho, and it's in Lenexa, Kansas. So a little bit I'd say southwest of the town, maybe like 15 minutes outside of like the city proper. And so she invited us and a couple of other couples to come to their restaurant. And Table Ocho, they have a table for 8 people. So there were 8 of us, and
Oh,
they
fun.
cooked for us. Oh my God, the food that Craig and Teresa cooked was absolutely phenomenal. So we stayed, where you and I stayed at the Raphael Hotel.
Yeah.
I would have stayed there again, but I was like, you know what? Lori and I have stayed there. This is down on Country Club Parkway.
Yes.
And so I purposely was like, you know what? I'm not going to stay there because like I've stayed there already. I had that experience. I want something new with Jim. So Jim and I, and then my friend Nicole, who's also a classmate of ours from West Point, and her husband Matt, we all stayed at the Fontaine. Now
Fun.
The Fontaine won a recognition from Condé Nast magazine a couple of years ago as being like the
Cool.
no no the luxury like hotel of the Midwest. Dude, I don't know what
Nice.
happened. I don't know what happened between like that rating and like us staying there, but I would not like. Mm-mm.
No?
No, no. There aspects of the hotel have been renovated. Other parts of the hotel were tired. They gave us right out of the gate like a $50 voucher because they're like, we're putting you in a room where your Wi-Fi doesn't really work. And I'm
Oh,
like, well, that's just great. If you know it doesn't work, like, what are you doing to fix it? Right.
right.
The breakfast option was just like a little cafe downstairs. They didn't even have like breakfast area open. No, they did have a rooftop pool that we hung out at for 2 days in a row.
Was it nice?
It was nice. It was nice, and not as much seating as probably they need for the number of
Yeah.
people that were up there. But it was hot. It was hot those 2 days. And now we were thinking about like Saturday night because Saturday was kind of our free day. Jim and I were scoping out tickets for the World Cup game because Ecuador was playing in Kansas City on Saturday night. We just we just didn't like the price of the tickets. They were kind of obscene
Yeah.
still. So we watched the game from a bar, with Nicole and Matt. So it was just a really, really nice weekend. And the thing I love about our West Point classmates is that we might not see them for months or sometimes years, and we can literally pick up like where we left off and not feel
Yeah.
like we skipped a beat. And but this go around, it was kind of cool because like people were more talking about like grandbabies and retirement and and being empty nesters and stuff. So you can tell like the conversation changes over time as
Yeah.
we're all evolving as adults. So we did that, and then we got back like late Sunday night, and then Monday we went to the World Cup game. So
Nice.
yeah, so we
That
went
was
to
France, right?
France
And
and Iraq. Yeah. And unfortunately, we had, after the first half, there was like a 2.5 hour rain delay. I
yeah,
mean,
how did they handle that? And like, how were the fans? Because I was just curious as to what that
yeah.
experience was like.
Oh, they you guys were, you and Julie, so our friend Julie, and Lori, they were both, in the area where we all live. And they're like sending messages like there's a tornado warning, like
Oh,
in
yeah,
our
we went down to
area.
the basement. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So as soon as we got that message from you guys, like Jim and I were like, okay, and we started seeing it like kind of come in, and we knew that there could be potential of bad weather. But man, like as soon as like that cloud got like really dark and you felt a little bit of a drop, Jim and I made a beeline and we got a really good spot like under cover. So we were up in like the 200 level of the link. And
Nice.
but good God, girl, the amount of alcohol and food that was consumed in those 2.5 hours, like the staff was like rolling like garbage carts, like it was a conveyor line. Like it was
Oh,
crazy. It
geez.
was absolutely insane. But the Iraq fans, I give them 10 stars. They were absolutely phenomenal. They came with their drums and their flags and their energy and stuff. The French fans, wah wah. Like there was like a little
Really?
tiny group, but yeah, and there were definitely more French fans in the stands. by show of, shirts and so forth. But the Iraq fans, they brought it. So very, very,
Nice.
very impressed. It was kind of cool because we were on the fringe of like their area. So
Yeah.
like they're, like we were kind of getting into their energy and stuff like that. So we're going to another game tomorrow night, going back to the link. This week is the link week. So we're doing Monday night,
Yes.
Thursday night going to see Ivory Coast and Curacao, and then Friday we're back down for the Noah Khan concert. So I'm going to
Although
be kind of
that's at Citizens
oh,
Bank
Citizens
Park
Bank
though.
Park. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So yeah, so down in the sports complex, but yeah, so really, really fun week. And I'm just enjoying spending the time with Jim and and sharing our love of soccer and and just enjoying like the I don't know, the coming together of nations and people through sport. And it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what country you're from. I mean, we're seeing it all over the internet and on social media, where, just people are just really coming together. So, the timing of the World Cup, I just, and I'm not getting political, but it's just really, really good timing. And, like love is love, in
I
terms of like, um,
Yeah. It
yeah.
has been like the best, like just break on my social media feed. I don't know what like just the algorithm. It's all positivity and it's love and it's about like how awesome all these fans are. Like I always love watching the Scottish fans in Boston drink them dry. I mean, how beautiful is that? And watching I forget who the orange guys are down in
Oh, that's
Dallas.
the Netherlands.
The Netherlands, like, and the Viking, the
Oh, the
Norway guys with
Norway,
the rowing,
Ooh,
like
ooh.
on the escalator. Like I am
That was
just,
funny.
and then people, the whole Rocky statue thing, like people learning about that and like Brazil having people guarding the Rocky statue, like just the whole thing on my social media feed has been so entertaining and I love it. Like it warms my heart to see everybody loving each other. And I think it's just so cool. And I don't know if I said this last week or not, but I did have a thing come up on my Instagram that said, like, that the World Cup right now is like having your cousins, the US and all their cousins are spending the night having a sleepover that you never get to see these cousins because our parents hate each other. I'm like, that's so accurate. Like, there's nothing wrong with all the nations of the world. We all love each other. We love culture. We love getting along. It's just all the stupid politics involved. But sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't want to get too political either.
No, no,
But
no, 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 no. It's
it's
definitely,
just been fun.
an observation, and
Yeah.
I just feel fortunate that we've had a couple of games here in Philadelphia where we Jim's got an in with a couple of places like where he got tickets where it wasn't like an obscene cost.
Nice.
So yes, yeah, because some of the prices on some of these games are like
It's ridiculous.
it is. It really is. So
Unobtainable, really.
yeah, yeah. Now, before we get into the interview, a little bit of running news.
Yes.
I'm trying to be like Dave. I'm trying to channel your husband. He's like, do, 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 do.
Yes. Yeah, a couple of cool things this week. London has confirmed it is going to be a 2-day event with 100,000 runners.
2 days, 2 days,
2 days,
two
100,000 runners.
days.
The way they're calling it a one-off, one time only. And so I'm curious
One time only,
if
one
this is
time only.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like if it's really a successful weekend, will it really only be one time? Because I'm sitting here thinking, I hope that this becomes a standard and I hope it goes to all the world majors, but maybe not. I don't know. But the way they're working it is on Saturday will be all the women's elite events plus runners, not just all women running, but just, everybody else running. But the women elite classes categories will be specifically on Saturday and then the men on Sunday. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that should make for an epic weekend in London. Dear God.
Like seriously epic. And I know you and I we had registered for the lottery, so we're waiting. Like put
We're
me in
waiting.
coach, man. Put me in
Do,
coach.
do, do, do,
Put me
do,
in coach. Put
do.
me in coach. Now, the other interesting thing is that Tokyo Marathon, so that is another world major, they announced that they're going to increase their field next year to reach 40,000 participants from 37,000 in 2026.
Yeah, a
So
little bit of a jump.
just a little bit of a jump. And we've talked to, several race directors and, we've given kind of like a glimpse from a couple of different perspectives and different size races in terms of like what it takes to go and put one of these races on. So, jumping from 37,000 to 40,000 people, like that's no joke. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
3,000 more people you need to care for in a whole multitude of different ways.
And it looks
So,
like they've been like, I kind of did some digging with the Tokyo Marathon. And it looks like they've been doing like small little incremental bumps for the last several years, but this is almost like double the bump. So like they've been doing more closer to like 1,000 to 1,500 more per year. So 3,000 is pretty
yeah,
significant.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it probably doesn't even touch the amount of ballots of people that they have going into the lottery, but maybe if London is successful, perhaps we'll get lucky and have a 2-day Tokyo event sometime. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Lori and I have talked about, like, because there's six world majors for like there's actually going to be nine, but there's six like in the original world majors, and so we're running Berlin this September, so that'll be our fourth star, because we've done New York, Chicago, and Boston. So Berlin is our fourth star. And then we have London and Tokyo left. So we'll
Yeah.
see what happens with London. We definitely know that Tokyo is that's going to be a big kahuna, trip.
Yeah.
And that's not
That's
something we're
post
just
wedding.
that's post wedding, but it probably retirement, so I don't have to worry about like how much time I'm spending, over in Asia. Yeah, that one's gonna be a big kahuna trip. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
there was also a really cool some data released on the Boston Marathon reached a charity record this year, raising $57.3 million for charities.
Mind blowing. Mind
It's
blowing.
huge. And just the impact on these world majors, it's just incredible the far-reaching impact it has with the charitable contributions and people raising money to run them. So anyway, I love the world majors. I'm a fan of them. They're getting harder to get into, but I'm glad they're out there and I think they do good in the world.
Oh my gosh, yeah, $57.3 million. That's some
Yeah.
good shit. You want to
That
know
is.
what some other good shit is? This interview we're going to do in a second.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Today, we're excited to welcome Emma and Kayla back to the Mile 20 podcast.
Hello, thank you
Yay.
Both of
for
them
having
are
Yay.
passionate marathon runners, world travelers, and enthusiastic ambassadors for the running community, with finishes in some of the sport's most iconic races: Chicago, Tokyo, Boston, Marine Corps, all of them, and just
Rome.
most recently Rome and Grandma's Marathon, with more adventures on the horizon.
And Tokyo too. Did you mention Tokyo?
Yeah, I did. I
Oh,
did.
all right. See, I'm not
So
listening.
I have to say, Emma and Kayla were an interview back in like, was it episode 44, we said? So quite a while ago. And they are our first guests that we have repeated that is not friends or family.
Oh, we're excited to be here again.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
well, welcome.
How are you doing, ladies?
We are doing well. We just came back from Grandma's marathon, but to your point, we kind of traveled the world
I know.
since we last spoke. So I'm feeling
Like,
a little tired this week, but it's
Yeah,
still good.
definitely tired from the escapades of the weekend, which I know we'll get into. But I feel like when you're saying all those things, and it's been a while since we've chatted, but also not that much time at all. And I'm sitting here going, oh my God, we've done so much, and it's already like it's gonna be July next week. Like how?
That's why we all do this, right?
Yep.
We all do this not only to get a little bit of, accomplishment in terms of medals and shirts, but to have fun and like
Yeah.
visit like the world, and like influence other people to go and put on a pair of shoes and get moving. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. So,
Love.
all right. So you just ran grandma's, you both did. So what were your thoughts? What was your takeaway from the overall race? Because we definitely saw your outfits. You have to go and tell our listeners about how you guys approached the race.
Yeah. And you both have run grandmas before because you were telling us
Yes.
to take the train. You were kind of giving us a little bit of insight
Yes.
there.
Yes, we have not done a grandma's episode yet because we just kind of haven't gotten there yet in the timeline. So
Yeah.
we're excited. Yeah, this is kind of clean slate mentioning
Ooh,
grandma's
okay.
marathon. So just have at it. I'm excited to hear what you guys did.
Okay.
Okay, so for Grandma's Marathon, this is it's in Duluth, Minnesota. I've never been to Minnesota at all. I know
I've been to Duluth and to like Minneapolis. I have gone to Minnesota before.
And so we've always had this on our bucket list of races to do.
Good bucket list.
Yes, yes. And I think after we signed up for Philly, because you have to sign up for these races over like a year in advance,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
We wanted to dress up again. And so Kayla, I believe Kayla, you also spearheaded this costume idea. And we dressed up as grandmas at the Grandma's Marathon.
Yeah. And I will
You
say,
guys,
like,
you guys looked adorable, by the way.
They were
Adorable. I
beautiful
loved it.
the house coats, like the house coats and the wigs.
yeah,
And Kayla, were you carrying a cane?
I
You had
carried a cane the entire time.
That's legit, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm just so committed to a bit. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm really gonna do it. And we hemmed and hawed a little bit. Are we gonna be like just cute grandmas with just, are we gonna just like wear regular running clothes with like some wigs and things like that? And I was like, guys, I really think that like if we to have major impact here, I really think that we should do it all. And we have a friend, Diana, who will listen to this and love every second of it, who ran with us, and she's very much the type of runner who wants to like wear the matching outfits and look super cute, and she looks adorable. She's like your quintessential like rumfluencer looking girl, and she's so cute, she rocks it. And so she hemmed and hawed about like even wearing a wig for some time, and the girl thrived. She definitely like took being a grandma to the whole other level. I mean, she was saying some really funny things on the course. She was like, "I'll share my Jello cup with you." Like she was like, when it was her visiting hours one, she's like,
Oh yeah, the visiting hours was from like 1 to 3.
yeah. Or like old folks home visiting hours. Like, so we got really into it, but it's so fun because, I think we mentioned it a little bit when we talked about Philly, but we love running races and we like racing races too and going for PRs, and that's such an incredible experience. But then, being able to ground ourselves in like, let's go out and have some fun. We're not getting paid to do this. We don't have sponsors we need to impress. Like, we are going out there so that way we can have a lot of fun, and the joy that we bring not only to ourselves because we had so much fun, but it's to the crowds and to the other runners. And that just makes I think that just makes it so much better.
It was also the 50th anniversary for Grandma's
I
Marathon.
love,
And
yeah.
so we wanted to do something
Yes.
really special. I will say this though, even though we did dress up as grandmas, we always got the question like, "Oh, what inspired
Yeah.
this costume?" I'm like, it's
Well, I think
grandma's.
isn't that it feels very yeah, that feels very self-explanatory. I don't know
Yeah.
why that's a question
Yeah.
mark.
Some people like the realization when it happened, they're like, "Oh, it's grandmas running grandmas." We were like, "You get it?
Oh, there you go. Oh.
But I think in terms of the overall race, I told Emma, I can totally like see why this is a top 10, marathon to run. Emma said it best. You had said, you could just dial in. Like you could just go because it is such a
Yeah.
straight shot from start to finish. But I would say like the course was beautiful going along Lake
Yeah.
Superior the whole time. We had zero issues with any of our, transportation getting to the start line, which is always nerve-wracking for everyone. But
Yeah.
the aid stations were amazing. The volunteers were top tier. The food at the end was impeccable. So I just felt like everything about this race was so amazing to the point where I'm like, I want to go back and I want to race it because it
Oh,
was an
yeah.
awesome experience overall.
Yeah, and it
That's
was a very fast course. I
Yeah.
mean, I think we did the year we did it, wasn't that the third? Like we did 3 weeks in a row.
yeah, that was our third in 3 weeks.
That was our third in 3 weeks, and like we blew it out of the water. Like I
Yeah.
We
don't know
did.
what
Yeah.
happened that day, but it felt amazing. Like
Yeah.
we were running on air. I don't know
I think
what
it was like
happened.
again, it was just the energy because like
Yeah.
and I have to ask, so how did like what kind of transportation did you use to get to the start? Because it is like you have to go out to the start and you're not
Yeah.
finishing at the
Yeah.
start line. You're finishing in a totally different location. So how did you guys get out there?
Yeah, and I felt like that gave me very much like New York City and Boston vibes on like the train,
Absolutely.
like having to get out somewhere. So it's that Russian wait in the morning of like you got to get out there and then you just hang out for a bit. Um, but we went to where did we go? We went
So, just to set some context too for the listeners too, it's a point-to-point marathon. And so we had to drive about like 35 minutes out, I think from anywhere really,
mm,
to get to the start. We wound up taking the school bus actually because we were just really close
Oh, good.
to
Okay.
University of Minnesota was Duluth.
Duluth.
We were about a mile away. And so we decided to just drive there, park there, take the bus. We got there really early, which was a great
Yeah.
choice on our
We were
side.
definitely one of the
Good.
first buses out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because by the time we got to Athletes Village, there were no lines for the bathrooms. But then as soon as the buses came in, those lines got really, really, really long. So I'm glad we were able to take the bus. But there are many, many stops for buses throughout all of Duluth area to get you to
Yeah.
the start. And same
Yeah.
with going back to your car after you
Yeah.
finish.
Easy.
Were
I
you
love
guys
that.
able to get a hotel room fairly easily? Because I know when we decided we were a little later on the sign up
Mhm.
time and we stayed, a little bit outside of Duluth because of the fact that we couldn't find a place to stay.
Yeah.
So how did you guys wind up doing that kind of part of the transport or the stay?
It was one of our favorite topics throughout the weekend because we were lucky enough to only stay within like a 10-mile radius, 10-minute radius from downtown. So like outside of Duluth for us, I mean, we were very, very close. Um, but we did stay in a hotel that I would not necessarily say was my favorite out of all the hotels I've ever stayed at. We were definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of options when we finally signed up. And I mean, you could look right now for next year. I mean, no, people haven't even gotten to the race, and hotels are sold out for next week, for next year at this
It's
time.
just
Yeah.
crazy. It's
It's just
crazy.
crazy. And I
Yeah.
get it. Like there's some
Yeah.
beautiful areas you want to be walking distance from things like I get it. And it's beautiful downtown. But we really struggled to find somewhere that was budget friendly for us. But we were fortunate, three girls, we all stayed in the same room. But we ended up staying in a place that we can only describe as maybe like a offshoot of like a old school Great Wolf Lodge that might have never been updated before. So we were stayed at the water
Nice.
park.
Oh,
So just think of those musty, wet smells um, and all you need to know is Emma and I refused to put our bare feet on the floor.
It made for some
okay.
good stories.
We laughed so hard. We laughed so hard.
I guess you could also stay at the university
Yeah.
there, which is really cool. I didn't know you could do
Me
that.
neither.
Oh, I didn't know that either. That's a good
I
tip.
didn't know.
I'm sure those go by really quickly. So
Yeah.
any advice is book your accommodations as soon as you think you want to sign up for
Yeah.
Moss.
If you
As
haven't
soon as
signed up,
possible.
yeah, if you haven't signed up yet, go book your hotel.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes that kind of thing makes the best stories. Like
It
it's
really
not
did,
ideal
though.
in the moment, but it gives you something to reflect upon later. It actually builds all of the story behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Gives it a little character.
If you listen to our last episode, Lori and I kind of got into it about a race that's coming up because we didn't agree Normally we're like totally in sync in terms of like, where we're going to stay, little negotiation here or there. This particular race out in Nevada, we're 180-degree opposite of what experiences we wanted to. So we might have some good stories because
We
Lori
can't
won.
wait.
Because Lori always wins when it comes to where we stay. And I am praying that it is not a place where I'm afraid to go and put my feet on the floor.
Yeah.
It's an Airbnb that has multiple 5.0 ratings. So
So
I'm
there you
not
go.
concerned.
Yeah. We're bringing it back into this episode too.
Yes. I mean, I'm just not sure that this hotel has 5.0 rating. So like that.
Oh, I'm sure not.
Yeah.
I'm
But you
sure.
know what? Like you said, a great story. I also want to say though, in terms of just some like grandma's hot tips, because it sounds like we've kind of like bridged that. If you run grandma's and you're worried about porta potties and then you get there early and there are no lines and then all of a sudden you're like, I gotta go again. And there's now a super duper line. Just wait like half a mile, not even a quarter of a mile. Porta potties, we didn't wait a second. We started the race and we were like, we know within the first mile or two, we're going to have to go. And within the first quarter mile, right off to the right, we saw some and we just stopped and they were open. Like we just popped right in, no line.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
That is so nice when they have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think anybody who sees those things and gets anxious, I mean, you really equated it a lot to Chicago.
Yes, yeah. In Chicago, like you had to get in the lines or else you're going to be standing there for like 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
I would say it was pretty similar once all of the buses came through.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the amenities that were given throughout the whole course at Grandma's, I would say like water stations were stocked. There was always like a bathroom available.
That's awesome.
And also very clean bathroom.
Very clean.
Which was great. Med tent everywhere. So I felt like we were really well equipped to take on.
Yeah. And we utilize those med tents.
Yes,
We went in, they were great. They had awesome salt tabs. They had bottles of water for people. We ended up getting like pretzels while we were there. So like just well equipped overall. And we've been to some races, as you know. I mean, you both know sometimes they just have nothing. And
was it warm? Was it warm on over the weekend for you guys?
Yeah, we got lucky where a majority of the time we were there, we could easily be in like shorts and a sweatshirt or like a t-shirt and shorts. But for the race day, it started pretty cool, but not cool enough. We knew it was going to warm up.
Yeah.
And you're just in the sun, but the cool breeze really helped. Every once in a while, you'd get that cool breeze right off of Lake Superior, and that was amazing.
No, that's fantastic.
I got to ask a quick question. Did anybody get crazy chafing from those costumes? Because I was just thinking those had to have insane interior seams. That's all I was thinking.
It's so funny because people were like, how was it running in the wig? How was, whatever. I had zero issues.
I had zero issues as well. I was surprised myself. Like I thought we were. Yeah. I did have a wig malfunction at around mile 5 and I'm like, oh shoot.
But a quick peel off, we were able to fix it.
We were good. I was just worried that it was going to pop off.
Yeah, the whole time.
It was all good. We had a
We were wearing shorts, like biker shorts and a sports bra underneath them. And overall, the material of those were like a light cotton. So
that's good.
It could have been worse.
It definitely could have been worse.
Yes.
It could have been worse.
Honestly, I got more of like a rash on my thumb from holding the cane than I did anything on my like body from the
Well, we will definitely share on our Instagram page pictures and videos because I mean, your stuff hits my feed and I get hysterical laughing when I see y'all. Like, it's like, your content is so engaging too. And, for people who maybe don't run a lot of races, I mean, your stuff really is like, wait, what race is that? And definitely piques the interest, which is fantastic. But yeah, I was wondering how you kept the wigs on because we wore costumes when we did Marathon du Medoc last summer. And any opportunity I could where I saw a little kid, because it was like 93 degrees. Yeah. Anytime I saw a little kid, I'm like, I'm taking up pieces of my costume to give to a kid,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like shedding that thing. I was like,
it was funny because people were like, are you going to run in that the whole time? And I'm like, no, we're going to have someone help us change halfway through. Like, of course we're going to run in that the whole time. But
Yeah.
the socials, like Emma does such a great job. I mean, you are like the mastermind. I think like we come up with costumes and ideas. So like I might say like I think we should do like the Michael Jackson trend, but instead we look like we're suffering versus like we'll kind of play into the grandmas. And Emma's like on it, got it. Here's where you're gonna stand. Here's what you're gonna do. Here's where we're gonna count to three. So like
Oh
you
my
can think
goodness.
of ideas all day, but like Emma really is the one that makes it come to life. Like those videos would be nothing without her. So kudos all day, all
I
day.
love it. I love it. Well, let's transition if you guys are cool with it
Yeah.
to Tokyo because I
Yeah.
believe Kayla, you ran Tokyo before Emma, you ran Rome.
So we're pretty close together.
So that was your fifth star if I remember.
Yeah, that's my fifth star.
Oh, that go you go girl. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yay.
And I am so excited because I'm getting my sixth star in September and I like can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's
So
so
yeah.
awesome.
So the,
Wait,
Wait, are
are
you
you
going to
doing?
Berlin?
yeah.
Oh, we're going to
So
be in
are
Berlin.
we. Can we meet in
I
person?
would love nothing more than to meet you both in Berlin. Let's set a date. That sounds amazing.
Oh my
Done.
God, that's so,
Yeah.
and it's just going to be Lori and I. Our husbands are going to meet us in Munich afterwards. So,
Cool.
so
Yep. And we're
we're the
gonna go
two
to
of us are
Munich.
riding solo.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Munich afters too. So we could talk offline
Oh my
about
God,
all things
that's so fun.
Berlin. Um,
Yes.
Love
so
it.
but yeah, so my husband and I are both getting our sixth star there. So I'm very, very excited.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic.
But yeah, Tokyo, I mean, what a place. Like Tokyo was never on my bucket list of places I wanted to go to. And you talk to so many people and they're like, oh my God, I really want to go. Like I've heard incredible things. And for me, it just wasn't on the list. Like there are so many other places I wanted to go to um and until the trip was actually like booked and I started to look at things and plan going to Kyoto and going to all these other areas and participating in different classes or tours, I would just was like I just got to go and like check the box. I'm so glad I spent like almost 2 weeks there.
Oh wow.
And yeah, but I was fairly injured. So after we talked to you all, I got injured in January. I had some like pretty massive shin pain that shot up on the inside of my shin. It's like on the
Oh no.
Mm,
yeah, and I was really worried because I'm like I can't postpone this trip.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and so I went to PT and I was working through what the issue could be. And it come to find out it was actually a pair of recovery shoes that I was wearing because when I wasn't in running shoes, I was in these recovery shoes that I got for Christmas.
Oh
And
wow.
I only found out because Emma and I went to Florida in January and we guided an athlete for the Disney 10K. And so when I was down there, I was wearing a different type of recovery shoe that's more catered to the summertime. And I felt great, no pain at all. I was so worried, and it ended up being awesome. I came back,
Wow.
and the day I came back, I walked at Run Club in those recovery shoes, and I immediately had shooting pain. So
Oh no.
I put those shoes aside. I haven't worn them since. I haven't had pain since. Um,
Wow.
but my longest long run before Tokyo was 17 miles, and I just knew I wasn't going to do what I wanted to do, and I wasn't anticipating a PR by any means, but I definitely wanted to go and race it in some capacity. And I got really lucky because I got there and I just was like, you're in freaking Tokyo, girl. Like, go run through the shrines and the temples and just like embrace the
Yeah.
people and the culture. And I went out there and I just ran and really didn't take a look at my watch too much, and just had an absolute blast seeing everything running through the streets of Tokyo. And I got really lucky because it was a super hot day. It ended up being like the whole time I was there, it was like 40, 50 degrees for the 2 weeks I was there, but race day itself was like 75. It's like,
Oh wow.
of course. It was like the
Of
one day
course.
that
The
was
one
Yeah.
one
the
anomaly.
one day. And that's the way it always is, right? It's like, New York in November. It's like, oh, we had snow last week and now it's 80 degrees on, New York City day. But everybody around me was dropping like flies. There were people who were too hot, dropping, walking, and I just felt good. Like I just went out and I was just running easy. And I keep telling people, like, I ran fit. Like I just trusted my fitness level more so
Yeah.
than my training because I didn't really have a lot of training. I just have always kind of been in the marathon, like distance shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kept saying like this mantra to myself the entire time. I kept saying, don't let the way that other people look dictate the way that you actually feel. Because I was feeling good. When you start to see people drop and it's so hot, you sit there and go, "Oh, am I hot? Like, am I struggling too? Everybody else looks like they're struggling." You start to get into your own head. And I ended up crossing the finish line with a 4-hour marathon, and I had no idea that that was even really like the time frame I was going for because I was just going out there and running it. And I had such a great time. And it's a top marathon experience for me just because I didn't care about the time. And I just cared about the time. You know what I mean? That I was having.
Yeah.
So, but it was incredible. I mean, unlike any race I've ever run.
Kayla, what would you say would be like the top highlights of the Tokyo race, like the actual race?
Yeah. So it's a highlight, and I wouldn't say like it's the main reason anyone should go, but it's a highlight of the experience was um there's one gunshot at the beginning of the race. So it's like three, two, one, go, bang, and then everybody just goes. So it's like you're in corrals, but there's no waves. Everyone, once they just finally they get your corral up to the front, you just keep walking and then you cross over. All of a sudden, I was like, oh, I'm crossing the start line, like I'm here. Because there's just not a lot of pizzazz. That's not them. It's not the culture to be loud and boisterous and have music and announcers going and everything.
Okay.
And it was quiet. Spectators were spectating, but there were no signs. There was no like cowbells. There was not, it was people were out there just like golf clapping it up and so silent. There's some really awesome videos out there. Like all I could hear, and I had my headphones, but I usually try not to listen to music during a world major because I really want to try and embrace it and like live in the moment as much as possible. I never put them on, but it was so quiet. Like it was so, you'd walk by and there'd be people doing like these, symbolic dances and I just was, there's no music, there's no celebration, there's no cheering. You every once in a while you'd pass like one of the charity groups and they were loud. So like if you watch my recap video, there's one of me like running by and I'm like, yay! And the four people are like, oh my God, it's Kayla. But like that was the extent of the cheering. Like I could hear my mom from like a quarter mile away because everyone yelling. Everybody else was just like, who's this American woman? Like, and the only time we saw signs was like an American who was there cheering on a significant other or something like that. Like it was
Wow.
not common practice there. And what a highlight to see culture, both, to be in a brand new country, a new
Yeah.
continent for me. And so to be able to experience that, but then at the same time, like during your race, be able to experience it too. It was definitely a highlight for me.
Oh wow. That is really good to know because that would not be something that I would ever expect, at a marathon. I don't think,
Yeah.
I mean, other than like when you're running a nature marathon and there's like, you're like by yourself
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
nature, but like when there's people and you just, you
Yeah.
don't get the energy,
Yeah.
from the crowd, so,
Yeah.
no, that is congratulations. And,
Thank
and,
you.
and we will definitely connect, offline
Yeah.
to actually go and meet in Berlin of all places, right?
Yeah. We couldn't meet in the same, in the same country. We might as well go somewhere else.
I
Yeah.
know, I know, I know. Well, and Lori and I are praying that the London Marathon, which it now has 2 days.
Yes.
They finally announced it. I'm checking now like every day. I know that they said July, but I'm like every day I'm like looking at I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm getting in my email, and I'm just like, do I have anything? Do I have anything? Do I have anything? So, yeah,
Fingers crossed for you both, because that would be incredible.
Yeah. No, it'll be great
Yeah.
because Berlin is our 4th star. So
awesome.
Yeah. So we're super excited. Okay, so
and just so you know, I'm trying really, really hard to get Emma to come to Berlin. So this might be a deciding factor for her.
Oh, fun.
The girl is planning a wedding, so like we need to make sure that she's like looking all the costs of things like that. So I get it, but
the only way I would be doing Berlin is there's this inline skating event the day before the Berlin Marathon, where if you do inline skating, which it's essentially it's
put on by the Berlin Marathon team.
If you do it within a certain amount of hours cutoff time or whatnot, you get an automatic entry into the Berlin Marathon the following year.
Oh, nice. I'd never even heard of that before. That's crazy.
Yeah, somebody that I was pacing with last year said she did that, and that's how she got her bib the following year. And she said it was the best time. Really odd, but the best time.
I know it's like random, right?
Very random. It's very random. But
all right, so Emma, before we jump into Rome, when are the nuptials? What month are you?
Yes. So we're getting married next August. So August of 2027.
So it's a little bit before Lori's daughter, Maggie. She's getting married in November of next year.
Yep.
Cool.
So she got engaged in December and she's getting married November 2027. So I'm like hot and cold about the London thing. I'm like,
we're both going to get in. We're both going to get in because
dude, there's 1.3 million people who applied to that. There is no way we're getting in.
The race gods are going to be with
attitude,
us.
That race gods get charged.
I'm like the race gods are going to be with us.
No, it'll be one of us gets in, probably you, and then I'm going to have to fundraise. That's what's going to happen.
But I'm due.
That's true. You are due because you always get stuck doing the fundraising for sure.
Lori gets the free bibs or the the lottery, and I'm just like, but you can't run that race without me. Well, that's how are you doing with the planning, Emma? Are you feel like you're on top of things right now? It's a lot planning a wedding.
It is a lot. It's going well though. I'm having fun with it. My partner and I are kind of just understand we have more than a year to go, which is great. So we can take our time, and we wanted to have a longer engagement too. So it's just nice that we can space things out and not feel rushed at all.
Good. Yeah, it's also about the journey, right? And like just you're planning a party, right? I mean that's what my daughter got married in 2024. 2024.
That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel that long ago. Stop it.
I'm like, damn, they're almost hitting 2 years. They just bought a house about 35 minutes away from us. So they're going to be closing on it here in the next couple of weeks. So like, Mom is happy. I'm so happy.
It's so funny though, when you're talking about like, it's about the journey, but it's what symbolism for running, right? Of like the whole process, like trust the process. You have all of these things all over the place. And you're like, how at the end is this all going to come together and be one epic event for me? And I feel like that's such symbolism for like marathon training.
Absolutely.
It is. I mean, like the best advice I got before I got married almost 33 years ago was the day is about the both of you, but just take everything in. Like, remember what things smelled like, what they tasted like, actually eat the food, dance to the music, do everything that you want to do that makes you happy versus like trying to make everybody else happy. Because
it's your day.
Because it's your day. And it's like, and kind of, again, Kayla, going with the symbolism of like races, the way that Lori and I run our races is like, man, you always got to look around. You always got to look behind you. You always got to be like, just be present, just taking everything in. And that's what your wedding day is about. Cause you will like blink your eyes and that day is like, oh my God, I felt like I sneezed and like the day went, Yeah. So, it goes fast. So, but no, it's so awesome though. We'll have to,
thank you. I will take that advice. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No. I thought the funniest thing too, when my husband and I got married, like we had our reception at this lovely country club kind of setting. And we had like our own waitress, and she comes up to us. Now, mind you, we were 21 years old, like right out of college, right? And she was like, bringing us like champagne. We're like, oh no, we want beer. And so she's like, so she's bringing out the bottles with the glasses, and we're like, oh, we don't need the glasses. And she was like, oh, it's going to be one of those weddings.
Yeah.
We were like, so yeah, it was I just very, very core memory there. So, all right. So Emma, tell us about Rome.
Yeah, I'm so
How
excited
was
to hear
it?
about your experience.
It was amazing. We had such a blast going over there. It's been a few years since the last time I went to Italy, and so it was really nice to kind of just be back there. But it was amazing. Rome really showed up. There were spectators everywhere during the race, which was great. Like I don't think there was really a quiet moment. Maybe some parts in the neighborhoods, but overall, it was a fantastic few days. And the logistics were really, really great because I remember we kind of mentioned a few things to look out for in our last podcast. And so I was definitely hyper aware of like the bathroom situation, for example. And so, but I think they definitely improved. Like overall,
Oh, good.
yeah. Overall, I thought it was a really great race. It was also my first race international, so I was a little nervous about that. Just because totally different environment, had no clue what I was doing, but it went really smooth. The expo was right near the Coliseum as well, so everything was really the finish line, the start line, the expo were all close to the Coliseum
That's a
area.
change. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a change. Yeah.
Yeah.
we didn't know actually the expo location until maybe the week of. So I wonder if they were kind
Oh,
of
wow.
figuring it out until then. But it made for a really special time with the backdrop of the Coliseum and whatnot. So but overall, highly recommend if you want to do a race in Europe, like choose that one. And if you don't want to do one of the majors, highly recommend. I'll say, I did feel like one of the younger folks doing the race. Like I feel like there were a lot of,
Really?
yeah, I felt like there were a lot of like older men doing older men doing it. I think in my corral, I was looking around, it was all older men, nobody my age. And like, hello, they were peeing on the Coliseum, and I'm like, what
Oh
is
no.
happening right now? We're about to start. Like, what is happening? So anyways, I was like, you know what? Embrace it, Emma. It's you're in Rome. I don't really know. I'm not sure.
Were
And then they
were
were
any of them,
here.
did they have matching track suits on? Because we had a lot of people that we saw that were teams, like a lot of
Oh,
men that were all in
But
matching
younger,
track
but
suits and
younger,
stuff.
but
I
younger.
did not see those people.
How big is the
Okay.
race?
It was a big one. I would equate it to maybe like a Philly, perhaps
Okay.
Philly size marathon. Like I was definitely surrounded by a lot of people. And like also when I was running the race, I felt like there were always people around. That being said, the course beautiful. Like you're able to see a ton
Yeah.
of sightseeing, but then also a good amount in the neighborhoods as well, which is really interesting just to see like all the different apartments, the different like families coming out to say hello and whatnot. Didn't get any wine on the course, which I'm like, what the heck? But or an espresso shot, but it's okay. It's okay. But it was all well organized. And I'm trying to think through the cobblestones.
Oh,
Cobblestones were
yes.
a bit
Yes.
tough, and it they came at the last 4 miles of the
Ooh,
race,
Yes.
and so my legs were hurting because there's no like shock absorption at
yeah.
all.
No.
And so my feet were in pain
Ooh.
after that. I still remember I stopped on the side, and one of the pacers came and like kind of slapped me on the back, and they're like, "You come with me, let's go, let's finish this race." And I'm like, okay. So that being said, they had a lot of pacer groups as well, so it was nice to kind of see they wear balloons in Rome for the pacer groups,
That's
so it was
fun.
always kind of nice to at least see some sort of pace group anywhere I turned. But that was a really good pick me up during those cobblestone moments.
Yeah,
How did they,
I think there's like 3.5 miles like of cobblestone. So it's
Oh,
quite a significant section of the course.
at the end of the race too, it
Yeah,
was
right.
yes.
tough.
Yeah.
35,000 runners.
Okay.
That's a
When
lot.
we ran it, we just reviewed our
Hmm.
experience in Rome last week. When we ran it, it was not even quite 9,000 runners. So, and that
Oh,
was in
wow.
2022.
Wow.
So
So
they've
big
had,
difference. Hmm.
yeah, exponential growth in the last 4 years. So it's kind of interesting to see how they've adjusted and made improvements, which I'm really happy to hear.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
mean, because when we started the race, we had to start with masks because it
oh
was
wow.
still, yeah. And we had to take COVID tests. We had to take COVID tests to get in and out of the country, didn't we, Laura? I
Mm.
know
I
we
don't
definitely
think
had, I know we
in,
definitely
I
had,
think out.
was it out, just out?
I think just
Um,
out.
yeah, but it definitely was still during that like period where there was like second waves and third waves of sickness and stuff. So, but yeah, that made it extra interesting
This is his
as well.
31st year. That's what so I think that's interesting for going from 9 to 35,000, and they just celebrated their 30th anniversary of doing the marathon. That's so interesting.
Well, I
Yeah,
think it's
it's
just a testament to like they're saying that really right now, this
Yeah.
post-pandemic and the young you guys, your generation, like the marathon has become just a way of really learning to test yourself and
Mm.
prove things to yourself. And so it's just booming right now, which I'm so grateful for, although it
Yeah.
makes it hard to get into races, but I'm
Yeah.
glad to see that it has that kind of traction right now.
And it
yeah.
helps
Look,
us see the world, right? Like, look
oh,
at us. I mean, you all, us, like we've been able to be so blessed with being able to travel and see
Amazing.
so much of the world because of what running has given us.
I know, I
Yes.
know. And I do remember the days when we used to be on the start line, and like everybody looked like us, like age wise. But Lori and I just recently did the Cedar Rapids Marathon, which is a cool race. It was the inaugural. Oh, I can never say this word.
Inaugural. I got you.
Inaugural. Thank you, girl. And so it was cool, like to participate in this for the first time. But her and I are looking around. I'm like, oh my God, I could be everybody's mom out here. Like it was a really, really young field, of runners. And, we're finding that more and more in more of like the city environments, areas where it's like a little bit more obscure, maybe costs a little bit more, to travel to you know, it, the field changes up a little bit, but we're definitely like, wow, we're like the old biddies out here, man.
Well,
Every once in a while.
as long as we're still running upright, we're not crooked yet, you know?
I know we're not like doing like that thing yet, but hey, kudos to those who run like that and are still getting out there and doing it.
I felt like that for grandmas that there were a lot of younger folks,
Yeah,
like
I
a lot
Yeah.
of
agree.
young folks, and a lot of
Yeah.
serious younger
Yeah,
runners.
our first like being in our corral, we were like, oh, we might have misread the situation because we're dressed up having a blast and everyone's there like, I'm gonna be cute today. And we were like, okay.
Like
It's
set my
like
watch.
everyone was very serious at the start line.
Yeah, and
It was,
then you have us go, Granny.
yeah, and we're like, let's go. Yeah.
You're probably messing with like people's vibe, like as
It
you
was
as you were to
interesting.
start. Like, who are these chicks?
They had one person though who has run every single one, and that was really cool.
Wow.
They gave them a shout out. So all 50.
That is absolutely incredible. Well,
Wow.
since we last talked to you all in I think it was in December because we had just finished running Philadelphia because you all
Yes.
for our new listeners, Kayla and Emma were with a group of folks who, because they were running Philadelphia, decided to run in patriotic garb and not just
And looked amazing.
and I'm not talking like USA shirts. I'm talking like colonial
Founding
patriotic
fathers. They were
founding
founding
fathers.
fathers.
And it was absolutely hysterical. So since then, Lori and I have done a marathon a month, except for May,
Wow.
since we saw you guys. So Lori, all right, girl, I'm gonna test you. Do you
Oh
remember all the
God.
races? Started out in Jekyll Island, right? Jekyll was
Jekyll
January.
Island, Austin. Highly recommend Austin.
Austin was the bomb. Like
Not
loved
only is it
Austin.
a cool town, it is a great race.
Great
It's
race.
Cool.
hilly,
I've
hilly,
heard good
very,
things about Austin.
yes, loved Austin. Why am I blanking on
Myrtle
Myrtle
Beach. We
Beach.
always forget Myrtle Beach.
Was that
Myrtle
hot?
Beach.
That was hot this year, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fairly warm and it was muggy. Like
Mhm.
lots of like that area gets a lot of sea fog and it like
It was weird.
lingers. Yeah, so it was like you run out of Myrtle Beach and it was like clear and then you run back to Myrtle Beach and it was very
And you're like,
foggy.
like
Yeah.
swimming in it. All
All
right.
Oh,
right.
So Myrtle
What was
Beach.
April? Shit. Oh, wait, April. We did no.
Oh, Delaware Running Company.
Yeah. I don't know.
Delaware Running Festival. That was
Yeah.
Wah. That's in Wilmington, Delaware. Would not recommend that race. And then Cedar Rapids. We had to take off in the month of May because I had some nasal surgery done. So
wow.
yeah,
So,
so 3 weeks after surgery, we ran Cedar Rapids.
oh my God. You all are so impressive. And I saw so many recaps because you were doing your mile a day.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Inspired
Laura.
by you. Well, I'm still doing my mile a day. Laura, because of her nasal surgery.
Surgery.
Yes.
I had my surgery planned. Like I had to be at the surgical site at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I got up early, did my freaking mile, and I'm like, this is not a problem. I'm like, I will at least be able to walk like the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Girls, I was
Oh
like
Down.
I was medicated, like could not move. I slept for like 3 days straight. And so I was bummed, but I told Lori and her, so Lori's still doing it. Her daughter Maggie, our producer, editor, is still doing it. And
Yay.
Maggie's friend, is it Allie? Allie's doing it? Is it Allie, her
No,
friend?
it's somebody from work. I forget her name.
I thought her name was Allie. All right. So, but one of Maggie's
Yeah.
friends is doing this as well. So I'm going
Yeah.
to restart on January 1st,
July.
July 1st.
Amazing.
Because I felt like, like it was just something that, like, some days it was really easy and other
Yeah.
days you're just like, oh God, I have to get
Yeah.
my mile in.
What do you
And
feel like is the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself during this experience so far?
oh, go ahead, Laura.
Um, I think a couple of things. It's been kind of fun to watch my mile time go down slowly. And it's the slow thing. Like some days
Yeah.
it's a walk. I'm not gonna lie. There are days where the mile is a walk because it's just my body is not into it and I'm not
Yeah.
going to hurt myself to do it. And I want to make it a year. So sometimes it is a walk. But it has been fun kind of when I feel like I'm feeling it that day to kind of be like, okay, let's see what we got today. And like
Yeah.
pushing it down a little. And I have
Yeah.
seen it drop back to levels where I was like,
Wow.
so that's been kind of fun to watch that happen. But I know now what I didn't know before is that I actually can do something every single day. I
Yeah.
may not want to do it. And there are days I definitely do not want to. I'm like, I don't want to do this today,
Yeah.
but I get up and I do it because
Yeah. And
I'm
that's the
doing it.
point. That's the
Yeah.
point, right? You do it when it's easy and when it's hard and when it's, cold out and it's raining or it's super hot. Because I remember when during that year I lost my job at that point. So like I had a day that I was just like out there just crying.
Yeah.
I remember like that was the year I had gone sober. So like I had so many ups and downs and I learned so much about myself, but it was like a constant, although hard. It was like if I can get out and do this every day, then
Yeah.
like I can really overcome a lot of things. And so I love seeing your recaps month over month. They are so fun.
Yes.
And it's great because sometimes they are in the rain and sometimes you do look miserable. And sometimes like our mile is just within the marathon that we've run, right? And so
Yeah.
but I love that you are experiencing it and you're going through kind of the ebbs and flows of it all because it really is special and you learn a lot about yourself during that time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's why I was bummed that
Yeah,
I had to bail because like we made it through like the -30-degree
the
days.
hard parts. Yeah.
The
And
snow,
I'm
like it's
like, like the
literally,
snow, like it's knee deep, and I'm hysterical laughing, going, I'm a crazy fucker out here.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
You know, and I miss just a little bit of quiet time for
Yeah.
myself. I find that in other ways, but I was really like enjoying it where I had one day where I was listening to a Hall and Oates song, and I had a dance party like just
Oh,
up and down my street. And I'm
yes.
like, and that was before I started work. And I'm like, what greater? And I had a team meeting. I remember that day. God, I remember this. Like, and I was telling my team, I was like, so I started out my day, I'm running a mile a day. And I started out with a dance party. And I was like, I want to start out every freaking day with a dance party. Cause I'm like,
Hell
I
yeah.
came in like so freaking energized. In fact, I'm going to have a dance party tomorrow morning. Cause I had a shitty day at work today. So
I love that
so
so
it's
much.
just, yeah, I think, so I miss that. I'm going to be 6 months behind, Lori and Maggie, but that's okay. We'll still go and get it done.
You know
So
what I love though
Um,
is that you're choosing to start it even though it's mid-year and even though it's because it's so easy to be like, you know what, January is like it that can easily be the next time. But I love that you're going about it regardless. I love that.
yeah, I needed to start it at like a clean
Yeah,
date,
July 1st.
like in the
Oh
month.
yeah,
Yeah, I was like
absolutely.
it's gotta be a clean month,
Yeah,
So
I understand that.
but
I,
girls,
I feel that way when I start my calorie deficit too. It's always got to be Monday. Got to start fresh on a Monday. I can't start on a Friday. It's got to be Monday.
oh my gosh, that's so funny. So girls, what I mean, obviously Berlin, Kayla, for you. I mean, but any other like really short-term upcoming races for you both?
And you
You.
dressing up?
No.
We don't have any costume things on the calendar right now. I think
Oh,
a
you
lot.
need shenanigans.
We do. We'll work on that. You guys will get the first sneak peek for sure.
I'm feeling like we need to do something for Berlin.
Ooh.
I
Oh.
think I'm gonna go for it, you guys. I got like a
Yeah, go for it.
I
Oh yeah,
got
you
a
go for it.
big,
You go for it.
but like you
Yeah.
guys could run in some lederhosen, like in a
Dur
Dirndl,
Dirndl.
dirndl,
Dirndl.
dirndl.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, how great would that be? Talk
Which, by
about
the way,
chafing.
I got a tip from actually two tips from two different people that when you go to Oktoberfest, you will look weird as a woman if you are not dressed in a
Yeah,
Yeah.
dirndl. So
yeah.
Lori, like
I
that was
told you I was
I
talking
know,
about getting one.
I know.
People say to
And
get
she
them
said,
there though, too.
no,
Go
no.
there.
My gal told me not to go and buy them there because by the time you get there, and we're going to get there later at the
Yeah,
end of
that's a good point.
Oktoberfest, and everything is picked over, so you will probably not find your size, and so forth. So she's like, buy it, bring it, and
Love.
be
So
happy.
maybe we make the expense worth it by running in it.
There you go.
Oh,
Welcome to the party, ladies. But Emma,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but Emma is you're gonna
Yes,
yeah.
I will be racing my first half in September. I'm doing Surftown in Rhode Island.
Oh,
Kayla's
fun.
coaching me. I've never really done like a race,
You never
or
really
like a half
pushed your half.
marathon
Mhm.
race. Maybe for like a training for marathon where I pushed it, but not specifically like a half marathon as my goal. So I'm excited to work on some speed this summer and see what I can do.
Have
Oh,
Oh,
you
maybe
that's awesome.
5K too. I'm
Yes.
also gonna try to race a 5K because the 5K absolutely scares the heck out of me. So
That's why we do it.
we're going to work on that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We're in Rhode Island.
It starts in Misquamicut Beach, and then you go throughout like
Westerly.
Westerly, Watch Hill area, and then you come back to Misquamicut Beach.
Oh, fantastic.
How do you feel about your longest long run being like between 12 and 14 miles?
I'm also really excited about that. My
Yeah.
body needs a little bit of a break after we did a lot
We did a
this
lot.
past year, like 2025 into 2026. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to just lower the mileage a little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
but focus
Yeah.
on speed.
It's good. It's good to listen to the body.
Yes, 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 for sure.
I think it's that long mileage is the reason why Laura and I do one a month. Is because if you keep doing one a month, then that's always your next long run is
Yeah.
always a marathon and you don't have to do like I can't stand going out there for an 18, 20, 22 miler. It's like,
Oh,
ugh,
girl, I did hill
why?
repeats. I did hill repeats this morning, and that
Yay,
absolutely,
go
I,
you.
I did. I did. I got up this like monster hill like 3 times, and I, I felt like I
Which
was going to
hill?
vomit. Right down the street from me. The the little neighborhood that's like when you come up Paul
Yeah.
Road.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
it's like the hills like this.
Oh,
Oh my God, we have a hill like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I was like on my tippy toes and I'm like, I swear we're running the mad marathon is our next marathon the weekend after 4th of July. And that one's gonna be pretty hilly. So
In Vermont.
in Vermont. So that'll be fun. But we have our races set up between now and at least laid out, not registered yet, between now and next June.
oh, actually, I was going to ask you both like how you go about scheduling all these races. Like, do you open up your planner like one day, one night, and you're like, okay, we gotta
It
get
was over a
ready.
couple glasses of wine.
Or
We were
you need a little
we
bit
were
of something, of course.
yes, we were stuck in Cedar Rapids. And so like our flights got canceled and we were at a bar at the top floor of our hotel having drinks and I'm like, well, we're here. Let's look at the calendar and look at what we want to do. I did do some preliminary like legwork going through each state. And because we are on, the back end of things, I was trying to find marathons that go 6.5, 7 hours so that we wouldn't feel, I mean, we can pull out a sub 6 hour marathon. It's just a little bit
We
more
don't want
business
to.
for us. Yeah.
When you're doing one a month, I mean,
Yeah. So, like, I went through every state and kind of looked to see what I could find within, that had very generous finish times. And in some cases, there isn't a lot of choices. And then there's like some marathons we want to do again, like,
yeah.
the Flying Pig and
Or
probably
grandmas.
Route
Yeah.
66 and grandmas. But then other states were like, let's see what else was out there. So it's just a little bit of, looking at our schedule and what fits into our schedule, and then kind of
Yeah.
what's on the list that has generous finish times and ones that we want to run.
You know what one we need to put on the list, Lori, is the Catalina Island out in California.
Oh,
I
yeah.
listened to Bart Yasso's book, and you take a freaking catamaran to the start.
Oh my gosh.
That
How
sounds
is that a
awesome.
marathon?
It's a marathon.
Oh,
So,
What would you
so,
say is
so now,
the-
now his book was from 2017. So I have not done research to go and see whether that not this is
Right,
like
that's
still,
fair.
still, in play. But I was like, what?
What is your number one marathon that you'd have to do again? Like no questions, like you're gonna tell everybody if you're gonna run this any marathon, it's got to be this one.
I don't know. I got a bunch.
All right, give me 2, 3.
Definitely Rome is probably up there, and New York City and Boston. I mean,
Yeah,
but then there's
Boston,
Big
Boston.
Sur. But then there's Big Sur. So like there's
So you like
and
so Big Sur, top of your list.
oh my God, Big Sur is probably the most beautiful course I've ever been on for natural beauty. Absolutely.
Wow.
I totally
Mhm.
second that. Like yeah, I would say like one race that I would love to do again, other than the ones that Lori, for obvious reasons, is Marathon du Medoc. I so we did this race last year. You run
Yes.
through 20 something chateaus.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you were telling us about this.
and yeah, and unfortunately it was like 93 degrees that day. And much like Kayla, you were talking about earlier, where you're in a race, it's warm, you're seeing everybody around you, and you're like what kind of mental state do you like kind of choose to be
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
I just started shutting down, and I think what did it for me is when they had a couple of miles where they ran out of water
Right.
for the runners, and and for me it was like I was like, I need water, and
Yeah.
I couldn't
Couldn't
get
get out
out
of
of
that.
I could
Yeah.
not get out of it. And finally, and I have like the best friend that is on this podcast with us here, because she manages me, and I'm like, and it's so funny because like I'm like normally in life, like I run high, right?
Yeah.
Like I run hot, and like she's like, okay, where is she at right now? And like, okay, all right, we need to maneuver her a little bit this way, then I can pivot her this way, oh, and then I got her back on track. And by the end of the race, like, we were intervaling and stuff, but like by the end of the race, she had me freaking drinking wine again,
Yeah.
because there were a couple of like stops where I'm like, I'm not drinking wine. I have no water. I'm gonna die. Like, what am I doing out
Yeah.
here?
So you
And
want like redemption on that
I
race. That's
do.
what you're looking for.
I want redemption on
Yeah, I
that
like that.
one, and then redemption in Deadwood. So Deadwood, it was another really, really bad race for me, like mile 7. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. And so I always wear my brother's my brother who passed away, I wear his picture on my back every race, every one that I've done. And Lori's never met Ned,
No.
but she knows him. And so she took her hands and put it on my back over Ned's picture. And she's like, I'm gonna go get the stuff out of my shoe and body glide and stuff. And she's like, you and Ned need to go and have a conversation and figure out what you got going on.
Oh, that's so
It is so
I
special.
walked away from her and I was like yelling at myself and I'm like hysterical crying and stuff.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
what is going on? Like, and that was like,
Mile 6,
yeah. And it happens. It was mile 7.
7.
Come on, get rid of it.
But that was like our 30th marathon. Like,
Yeah,
we were
right.
in the 30s. So like any given race, you can have a good day or a
Yes.
bad day. And you just need to give yourself,
Yeah.
grace. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Even if you're going out to race the race or, just to go and
Yeah.
be grandmas on the
Yeah.
course. So
We're excited for some races that are coming up that have anniversaries, like so just in general. So next year,
Yes.
2027 is Cape Cod's 50th anniversary. So we'll be doing Cape Cod in October.
Okay.
And then 2028 is the DeMar Marathon in Keene, New Hampshire. And
Okay.
nice.
so that's my hometown marathon. So I'm really excited to do that for the first time as well. 'Cause
Oh, that's cool. Oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
Because you run these worlds because that's what they're telling you got to do. And so I'm excited to go and do that one. But if you guys find yourself in Mass, Connecticut, New Hampshire running any of these races, we're so close. You're gonna have to let us know.
Oh, I
Yes,
love
well,
it.
we may have to relook at our schedule and look at their finishing times for those because we have decided, I can't remember which one it was, but we're like we really should focus on the anniversaries,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
25th, the 35th, the 40th,
Yeah.
which I'm
Yeah.
really bummed because we're missing Tulsa, Oklahoma this year. It's not an anniversary year with the race, but Route 66 is celebrating its 100th
Cool.
anniversary,
wow.
but it's the Route 66 marathon. So they're having like all sorts of special stuff
So
because of
cool.
that. And I'm like, damn it, I wish we could do it this year.
Yeah.
But I agree, like anniversary years are very
So
special
fun.
because usually the medals are a little
Oh,
extra
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
all of
agreed.
that.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
what do you guys have on your bucket list aside from Berlin? I know for you, Kayla, finishing your last star. Like, what are the marathons, like maybe top 3, 4, whatever, that you definitely would like to run?
Well, the New
Both of
Hampshire
you.
one,
Question for both of
the
you.
Keene, New Hampshire one, just because it is my hometown race, that one's definitely up there and a bucket list. I think we both talked about
Flying pig.
Flying Pig.
We would love to do that
We would
one.
love to do that one. I still really want to do Paris. Like I really want to do
Ooh,
Yeah.
Paris.
yeah.
I have heard good things and then kind of like bop there with some like if I can get my 3 closest girlfriends to run them with me, then like we could spend a long couple days in Paris. That doesn't sound like it would suck.
No.
No,
Uh,
not at all. I had it in my head that we were going to get into London and then Paris next year, so we would
yeah,
have to go and stay because
yeah,
they're like in the same month and like there's
yeah,
a week in between. I was like, oh darn, like
yeah,
like we just have to go and flit and fly around and stuff.
yeah.
So, but yeah, they've been delayed with the Paris registration for next year. They changed over the company that's actually like running
Oh,
and coordinating.
interesting.
Yeah, it was a really big deal. So I think
Interesting.
they said like sometime the end of the summer is when they're going to open
Wow.
up registration. Usually it's open in April.
Oh,
So yeah. So very very very
yeah.
kind of like a little snafu for them. But how
And
about
then
you,
my
Emma?
Oh,
Oh,
so
go
I
ahead.
think
I'm sorry.
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say my last one I think would be Croatia. I would love to do. I went and did a half marathon in Croatia, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. So if I could do the marathon there, that would be
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that would be it for me. What about you? Flying pig, obviously.
Yes, Flying Pig, Big Sur would love to do
Yeah,
that
Big
one.
Sur.
I'm from California originally, so I'd love to go back there and do that. Now I have to check out Catalina Island because that sounds
Right?
fun too.
I know, I
Um,
know.
I would also love to do Copenhagen. That one, I almost
Yes.
put myself in like the because they did a lottery this year for 2027. But I just like nope, don't do it because I
Yeah.
wanted to take a bit of a break. So Copenhagen is also on my list.
Oh, that's awesome. I have to check out Copenhagen. Lori, is that on the European list?
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Are
There's
you guys
a,
doing the European tour too?
well, the European classics,
Yeah.
maybe. Maybe.
You already
We've
got
already got
Valencia,
Rome.
right?
Yeah.
Valencia too.
Valencia, Copenhagen. I think London is on there, and
London, Lisbon.
I don't think
Um,
which Paris
Paris is
should be
not
on
on
there.
there. No.
Which is crazy when you think
Yeah.
about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, listen, ladies, we have thoroughly enjoyed recatching back up with you guys. Not only hearing about like your grandma escapades, but like running internationally, earning, your fifth star, and then, pre-wedding, planning, as well as, doing some speed workouts, to do a speed marathon. So we'll have to go and definitely catch up and see
Yeah.
how, just again, I enjoy, Lori and I both enjoy, keeping up with like other runners who are having fun, just living your best life. And again, just really encouraging other people to like, hey, just get on a pair of shoes and just move,
Yeah.
walk, you don't have to be fun, or you don't have to be fun. You
You
don't
don't
have
have
to
to
be
be fun.
fast. You don't have to be
You don't have to be
fast.
fun.
You don't have to be
Serious only.
fast. You always have to be fun. You don't have to be fast, to participate in the sport. And I think that's why I appreciate like the relationship that we've formed with you guys, because like we could never run with y'all because like you are way, way, way further ahead in the race than us, but we all still enjoy the sport,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, speed doesn't matter, building relationships and camaraderie when it comes to the
Yeah,
sport.
absolutely. Absolutely. We
So
love
Thank you
it.
guys so
thank
much
you.
for
No,
meeting
thank
with us today.
you.
This has been fun, and I hope we get to have you on. Maybe you'll be the first people that we have on 3 times.
Go for
Repeat.
repeat.
Well, if anything, we'll get some good connections when we go to Berlin. So we'll
Yes.
we'll definitely have to connect on that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. We will make sure. I'll text you guys so we can make something happen. So it'll be so
Yes.
fun.
Outstanding. Outstanding. All right,
Let's do it.
ladies, thank you so incredibly much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Have a good
Bye.
one. Bye. Hey, Laura, that was fun catching up with Kayla and Emma.
I
I
love
I,
them.
I love them. They're so cute. Like,
I know. I really hope we can catch up with Kayla in Berlin. That would be super sweet.
oh, I if I'm a betting lady, I would put money on it that we will go and definitely connect and and have some fun with her. So especially with that being like her sixth star. I mean, that's such a big deal.
That is a big deal. I
You,
agree.
you know what else is a big deal? Who we're
What?
interviewing next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God. I am so
Y'all.
excited.
So what's super exciting is that we are going to interview one of the most beloved running figures in the running community, Mr. Bart Yasso. Uh,
Woohoo!
he is dubbed as the mayor of running, and he has spent decades, running marathons, ultras, triathlons, Ironmans, and his storytelling. He has a couple of books out. I've actually gotten through 2 of his books now. I
Wow.
got yeah, dude. I've been a freaking listening machine. And he has had this absolutely incredible career with Runner's World. In fact, he was the chief running officer for Runner's World.
I know. It's
Um,
incredible.
and I mean, and some of the stories he tells, I can't wait to interview him because he's
I
like,
feel like I'm going to fangirl out on him.
oh, dude, yeah, how do we bring it down? Like, how do we bring it down? But yeah, so we are going to really dive into just his journey through running, some of the stories, that he'll go and share, and some of the struggles. I mean, part of the conversation that, we talked to Emma and Kayla about is like, we all have things that we struggle with, right?
Yeah.
Injuries and so forth. And, Bart has had some of those as well. So, even the greats, don't go unscathed. So, you are not going to want to miss this conversation with just an incredible icon of the running community, Mr. Bart Yasso. So, tune in next week for this one. It is going to be memorable. And you know what else should be memorable? Go
What?
make a mile 20 your bitch this week.
Peace out.